What is the pettiest, silliest, most meaningless hill you are willing to die on? Please don't try to have a conversation with me when I'm in another room, especially if I'm doing dishes, laundry, making food, showering, etc. I'm trying to listen to you, but cannot clearly hear what you're saying. Odds are I'm going to ask you to repeat yourself 3 times, or I'm going to ignore you until I can come to where you are. Either way, you'll likely be pissed about it. I now understand why that pissed my mother off so much when I was younger. Edit, much obliged Reddit family for the gold. If the exhaust fan is on over the stove, or the water is running in the sink, or the dishwasher, washer, or dryer is running, I can't hear you. I'm not being a jerk and ignoring you, it's freaking white noise. Mom, yelling my name. Me, yeah? Mom, no response. Me, yeah? Mom, no response. Scrape your damn plate off before putting dishes into the dishwasher. I'm home from college right now, living in a 5-person home, and my sister is the only person who understands this. Everyone else basically puts meals in the dishwasher, or they let things like cereal get stuck to the plates and cups, which drives me crazy. Lol. It's a dishwasher, not a garbage can. In addition, if you leave napkins/paper towels on your plate, and put them in the sink, you deserve the 9th circle of hell. My mom used to take plastic wrap off of stored items and put it into the sink instead of the effing trash can that was the same distance from the sink. Every time you tried to do the dishes, you'd end up with a handful of wet, slimy, plastic wrap. Bleck. I always used to soak dishes before washing, probably an ancient habit I picked up from my parents, but the manual for my new dishwasher explicitly says that pre-washing is unnecessary, and there's a disposal/grinder in the bottom of the washer that takes care of excess food. Exciting times. Chew with your mouth closed. Close the dang cabinet doors. Close all the doors. My fiancé does this. Never completely shuts the cabinets in the kitchen, medicine cabinet, or his dresser drawers. Infuriating. I apparently do this. Didn't know until I asked my brother to pop into mine to feed the cat. He sent me a Snapchat of all the almost shut cabinets. It's an illness. Those new extra safe, high visibility headlights should not be installed in any vehicles larger than a wagon. I don't need LED spotlights pointing into my eyes from the front and all 3 mirrors. Seeing is fun for other drivers too. Improperly aimed headlights are terrifically unsafe, regardless of whether they're incandescent or LED, stock or aftermarket. That, and idiots who don't shut their brights off when other cars come. Personally, I have a lifted Jeep with aftermarket LED headlights. Prior to installing them, I could barely see the road without brights on, and even with brights, it felt unsafe on country backroads. I took care to aim them properly, mark line on wall, go 25 feet back, adjust, compare to original headlights, and actually made sure they shoot ever so slightly lower than my stock headlights. The only time I ever got flashed was when I was the idiot that forgot to shut my brights off, and I deserved it. Edit, I appreciate the relevance of the all-seeing upvote award. Web link. Behold. The first responsible Jeep owner. That if my wife just stops asking me questions and watch the movie, she'll understand what the movie is about. Edit. For the record, my wife is the best person in the world, and if I were to answer this question for her, she'd probably tell me that the way I load the dishes will eventually give her a stroke. Her way does get them cleaner after all. God, my sister does this all the time. But who killed him? Why is he dead? I don't know, sis. It's a murder mystery. Maybe we'll find out. My wife loves asking questions at the beginning of movies or the first couple episodes of series. I have started replying as much as I do without condescension or judgment, and she's starting to get it. That, leaving lights on, and not closing/replacing the lids on bottled/jarred items are my pet peeves. Edit, oh God. And leaving time on the microwave and setting clocks forward in time so you're not late. Just get places on time. My wife's car, for example. Kill me. How about removing blender bottles from the dishwasher, still wet, and twisting the lid on completely and closing the lid? This makes it smell like Satan's taint when you go to open them next. You're not the only person in the grocery store, lady. Move your cart to the side in anticipation of others trying to get by. It's not predicting the future and you really need to work on your special awareness. Edit. I've long held the opinion that there are two kinds of people in this world, shopping cart people and non-shopping cart people. And just remember, it's always malice, never ignorance. The same for people blocking sidewalks and doorways to chat, or abruptly stopping in front of you to look at something. This times a million. People's lack of spatial awareness or their downright buttholery and thinking they are more important than you are is infuriating. I don't understand people with bad spatial awareness. I literally cannot comprehend how it must feel to be so unaware. Like how? Like people walking in public, why do you always have to stop right in front of me without a second thought? How can you be so unaware of your surroundings, man? It really confuses me. There was a guy in front of me who left his cart in the middle of the aisle. I politely asked if he could move it so I could go through. He grunted and just turned it a bit. So the handle was essentially in the same spot, but the front was 6 inches to the left of where it was. He then grunts, "Go." And I said, "You didn't leave me any space, I'll still hit your cart." He said, "There's plenty of space, just go." So I did what he wanted and just effing barreled into the side of his cart. He didn't say anything but just stared at me. I said, "Well, if you don't want to make the effort to move it, it's not my problem." His response, and get this, a 60-year-old, probably Portuguese, man said, "I don't have to. I'm bigger than you, what the hell does that matter?" You should have sideswiped his cart, and then just kept going. Take his cart as a hood ornament for yours. Move your cart to the side in anticipation of others trying to get by. Exactly, it's not a Jedi mind trick to know a person walking towards you wants to walk past you. I will argue all day long with people who use apostrophes when something is plural. Please stop. When you're talking about plural and possession, for example, if you want to talk about his multiple sisters and their possessions, is it his sister's creativity, his sister's creativity, or his sister's creativity? I learned it was apostrophe after S when I was young, and I've died on this hill so many times, but now I don't know if I was right or wrong. You're correct, apostrophe after S for multiple sisters. Sisters. People who think it's harmless to put a service dog vest on non-service dogs. It's a crime in 23 US states. It's a crime because people who really need service dogs should be the ones to have that privilege, not your stupid little chihuahua that can't shut up. Why is it a crime? Please proceed to the following points. Most of these people let other people just pet their dogs, which leads them to believe that they can do that with all service animals. This is not safe. If you pet a service animal, you are distracting it from doing its job and could lead to the injury/death of its owner. Your animals are not trained service animals. It's obvious to anyone who understands anything about a well-trained animal and one that's just on a leash. An untrained animal in an unfamiliar situation creates stress for it as well as for the people around you. You are not entitled to put out other people/beings for your own comfort. I have seen people bring fake service dogs into court to intimidate domestic violence victims, people who bring their dogs to crowded convention events while the dog repeatedly bites them, and so many more. It's stupid and selfish. Just stop. Edit, typo. Edit, one user asked for sources for statutes, so I did some digging, and according to this, that site-specific statutes, only 23 states currently prosecute this as a crime. Web link. Yes. Actually got into an argument with my mother about this. She says her dog is an emotional support dog. Cool and valid. Having a loving animal in times of mental health hardship can be super therapeutic. Then she Amazoned a little coat for her Australian Shepherd so she could take her into Walmart, and absolutely the F not. She growls, barks at everything, tugs on her leash, and gets under everyone's feet. It came to shouting. Service dogs are trained for a very specific job and they deserve their little coats. Emo, it should be illegal to sell service dog coats unless it's from the service that provides the damn animals. How the dishwasher is loaded. The only thing worse than being the only one in the house who does the dishes is being the only one in the house who does the dishes properly. Go on. Cutlery handle up or down in the holder. People who don't mix their sour cream so it isn't soupy on top before they use it, what is wrong with them? It's as bad as people being okay with the ketchup pre-cum dribbling all over your food. Shake the damn bottle then squirt. Many years ago I had 2 friends over. One friend fell asleep on my couch with her mouth open. Other friend proceeds to prank sleeping friend by squirting mustard into her mouth. Did not shake bottle. Sleeping friend awakens and spews mustard water on pranking friend. For some reason this memory has instilled the always shake the bottle first habit. We call those people monsters. I bought the house so the spot in the driveway closest to the front door is mine. Roommates, park your asses on the street. Parking inconveniences at home make me irrationally angry. Where you end up parking after your spot is taken may not even be that bad, but it's the principle, especially when it's an inconsiderate roommate. That box of useless cables in my closet? You know, the one that has a bunch of old USB cables, RCA cables, even S-video cables, and a crap load of AC adapters I can't find the ends for? Yeah, that box is mine, and I will never throw it away. Even if it only comes in handy once a year, I'll be damned if it doesn't feel great feeling like a dang hero when your friend or family member needs one of those useless cables for something. Edit. Wow, my first gold. Thanks. Also because that feeling of realization of having a cable you need is unparalleled. I needed an optical audio cable once and finding one in that was better than any high I've experienced yet. Having a cable you need is unparalleled. Unless the cable you need is a DB25. You're a serial jokester. This is a effing fact. Never throw away a working cable. You might need it. You can't just buy a box of whatever cables you might need for the year. There's just too many kinds, so many of which are so rarely used. The only way to get a box with all the cables you need is to build up your collection over time. That random ass adapter you thought was completely useless? If you throw it away, I guarantee in the next 2 months you will regret it. My dad has the most massive stash of cables and I will be forever grateful for the many times he had exactly what I needed. Laughing out loud. I just found the exact cable I needed for an external hard drive in my dad's cable stash yesterday. When not in use, the microwave is a clock. Stop leaving your unused time on there. You just have to hit the cancel button once, damn. Real talk, why the F don't they auto-clear after like 5 minutes though? Good God, I need this feature so much. My partner always leaves about 10 seconds or less on the timer. So it messes with the clock and adds one extra press to my use. This would be amazing. Even if it's an option to turn on or off because some maniacs wouldn't want it for some reason. My new microwave has the option to turn off all beeping, and that's been life-changing. Now I need this. Please. It's 2020 and we don't even have microwaves that auto-clear time after a set amount of time has passed. Pathetic society. Pathetic. The person that makes a microwave that clears the time automatically will be the new Bezos. As far as I'm concerned, microwaves are decades behind where they should be. Why can't I, as standard, reduce the volume or number of beeps that follow a completed wave? Why does every button have to beep? And beep loudly? Why is there not a door mechanism that closes quietly? Always a huge whop bang even when you try and close it quietly. It is a needlessly loud device that, apart from the removal of frankly superior rotary time dials, has not advanced sufficiently in years. I thought I was alone in my contempt for microwave beeps. I don't understand the purpose of them at all. Avoiding the beep is the reason my girlfriend always leaves a few seconds in the timer. It's a lose-lose. Microwaves are so outdated in terms of technology. No auto-clear, no silent option or volume control, etc. I will gladly fight and die alongside you on this hill. If you tell me you are going to defiantly do something, I am going to picture you doing it with defiance. All angry. Marching around pissed off that you had to do it. It's definitely, people. Definitely and defiantly are two completely different words with completely different connotations and definitions. My high school English teacher used to talk about how much he loved reading about people defiantly going to college. The imagery of someone being all in a huff and storming off to glue magazine clippings together is great. If there is another way to do a collage, I'm all ears. I hate to craft. My wife wanted to get rid of the N64 I've had since '97, she said it looks tacky. I've love her, but F that. Edit sorry for the late edit, I check this every few days. Thanks for the internet points. To be clear, my wife is awesome, her and the N64 aren't going anywhere. Also, I like Joe Biden, I just have always thought he is a bit of a weirdo. All water does not taste the same. Edit, thanks for the silver y'all. Edit again, this my first gold on here. Much love. Even water from the same source tastes different at different temperatures. This is fact. Push your goddamn chair in when you stand up from the table. And turn off the effing light when you leave the room. If the door was closed when you came in, close it when you leave. Listen to me, I am your father. And don't slam it either, we aren't animals in this effing house. Door slams. Were you raised in a barn? My mother liked to use that one a lot. After she took me to see the house they lived in when I was born, I countered no, but I was raised in a shack, and she laughed so hard she forgot why she was mad at me. Second proudest moment of my childhood. Mine was getting in trouble for something with my sister. We were both sitting at the table getting yelled at when my mom accidentally spit on us because she was yelling so hard. She stopped, let out one little giggle, and then just turned around and walked away. My sister and I burst out laughing, and that was that. Edit, it's burst not busted. You learn something new every day. And don't touch the effing thermostat. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.